What's up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Lou Streets, and I'm back with another segment of LS Vision. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. So what we're going to do in this video, I actually want to update the how to create content playlist, in particular with using overlays in your stream. Now in the past, I covered this and the video did really well. However, in that video, I talked about Streamlabs. If you guys aren't familiar with that video, you can check it out right here. I'll put a video card up right now. Now, if you have seen that video and you kind of have an understanding of how some of this works, I want to show you how to use it in StreamElements because I've recently moved on to that. And to be honest with you, I think they have a few more advantages and functionality that might suit some of your interests. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first things first, I want to just show the common functionality of adding your webcam and adding some type of like image or branding for you. So we're going to start with the blank scene right here. And if you look at my mouse, I'm hovering over the add button. So when we click it, you have options, webcam, image, video, file, website, and keep this in mind because this is going to be really important, but we'll revisit that later. The first thing we're going to do is add an image. So we just add some form of branding for yourself. Let me find my green screen overlay. So I have that right here. So if I just click that in, you see that pops up. If I was to hit in editing right here, the edit scenes button, hit in editing, and then that looks normal, right? We have the banner on top of the video gameplay. Come back, add a webcam. My webcams, your webcam section is right here. You have the Logitech Brio, FaceTime cam, etc. I'm using the Logitech Brio, so that's what I'll add. So we click that in. It'll come in at a certain size, and then you have to rescale it back to size. So if I was to just scale this down and then move this down to like the bottom right or something, pay attention. You see these three buttons right here. We have the chroma key button, and this is the order button for the layers. Pretty much like something you would use in Photoshop. So we just press this button, it goes on back, hit in editing, and as you can see, now we have a banner and we have a webcam in there. I'm going to take both of these out. Just wanted to show how they worked, but we're going to focus on StreamElements because that's what I want to spend the majority of this video at. Okay, so now we have StreamElements right here. I'll put the website in the description and on the screen as well, but here we are with StreamElements. Your options are Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Mixer. I am on Facebook Gaming, so I'm gonna go ahead and click that, and it takes us to the dashboard, right? Your dashboard may look a little different from mine because I've been active. Yours will be empty and you have to activate some things, but starting out, what I'm going to take a look at that's most important is the overlay section. So if you look over to the left, we have theme galleries and we have my overlay. Now, if you don't have an overlay, let me delete this out of there because that's nothing. If you don't have an overlay, you would go to the themes gallery and try to find something that you like. And it's a really simple process. You would just click one of the overlay presets. It usually has 5 scenes in it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you would click create my overlay. You would name it. Let's do StreamElements example. StreamElements example is what we'll title this. Create my overlay, we hit that. And what you see here is 5 links. So if I were to click this, it would bring me up 5 scenes that would be put into my overlay section. So let's hit that. Now granted, I'm not going to use these, but I'm just showing you where they go. So these are all 5 of the overlays right here. And then the way that you would try to make one, like you can click the preview button to kind of see what it would look like. So this is what it would look like if it was on your Elgato game capture. I'm gonna close that down, and the way that you will open up that scene and try to make some changes is by hitting the edit button. If you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of these have an edit button. So if you hit edit, you'd be able to go into it and make some changes. Here are your layers over here. View this in a system similar to Photoshop. Now, because these are already put together, I'm not gonna use them. Instead, I'm going to use mine as a reference point and kind of show some of the functionality. So let's go ahead and close out of this. And I'm going to go ahead and delete these also because I'm never going to use these. I just want to show you guys where they were located. Okay, so what I did was made a copy of my normal stream overlay and I made the duplicate right here. So let's preview it right quick. So this is what my normal overlay looks like when I'm streaming. Imagine that the white background is the video game itself. It's not scaled properly in the browser, so it looks like this on here, but this is not how it looks during gameplay. So let's close that, and we're gonna hit the edit button to go into the actual overlay itself. So now, most people see StreamElements and they feel like it's very daunting, but it's really not once you get used to it. In fact, last year when I tried to use it, I didn't really give it enough time to make myself understand it, and I ended up leaving it for Streamlabs, and I wish I never did that to begin with. So take a look over here at the left. This is what's called your layers. And so with your layers, if any of you guys are familiar with Photoshop or Canva or any type of software where there's like priority as far as visibility, this is what the layers represent. The higher it is on the layer list, the more visible it is. The lower it is, the farther behind it is. So you see all these transparent boxes, that's what these things all represent, right? Okay, so don't be overwhelmed by the transparent boxes or the appearance. This makes a ton of sense once you just have somebody explain it to you. And I basically went through it with trial and error, but now you have a chance to understand my demonstration in the video. So if you wanted to add something new, you would click this plus arrow, or I guess this plus box right here. So you have stream tools, which is your chat. You got the charity and seasonal tab. So like if it's around Halloween or Christmas or something like that, and you want to have some festive stuff in your stream, go to seasonal. If you go to charity, if you want to try to set up some type of donation or something like that. You have the static custom tab. So we have text, image, video, which would be on loop. We have the asset rotator or slideshow. Let me hit the refresh button and actually show you what this is. So when hitting the refresh button, you see right here how this keeps flipping over. I set up some customization for this, but it's a slideshow. All it is transparent PNGs rotating in the order that I have them rotating with different information that I put in them as like a call to action for people who are viewing the stream. So that's a cool feature. If you slide up, you have labels. Now this is the main thing that made me leave Streamlabs for StreamElements. See, if you want labels, and what a label is for people who don't know, a label is a ticker. They just call it labels on here, but basically like an information ticker. If you were using Streamlabs, you had to have like a third-party software of some sort called Streamlabels, and then on top of that, it didn't even work in Mac, so that was frustrating. If you wanted to add it to your Elgato, you would pull it up, and if you hit the add button, it's supposed to be something right here that says add text, but on Mac, it doesn't have that. So there was no point to even having that software. So the thing that I love about labels is you can have this information to make your viewers feel a part of the stream, and it's web-based, so you don't have to have some type of app because it all comes in the link. That's what I love this for. So we have labels. The labels can do that. You have follower goals, tips, supporters, fans, likes. This is how you add everything in. The only difference is you can save it every time you add something new, but when you put it into your actual game capture, it's only one link. Engagement, we have countdowns, media requests, merchandise goals. You have your alerts, which is your alert box. I have alert boxes on here, so I'll show you how they work. If you're familiar with my past video on Streamlabs, you know when you get an alert, you can emote it. So if we were to go over here to alert box custom, if you take a look, I have two different sets of alert boxes, and I'll show you why in a minute. But if you go over here to alert box, you click it. Whenever you highlight some, these two options come up down here for positioning, size and style, and then settings. So whenever you want to change some things, you click it, highlight it, come down to settings. And this is going to be the tedious part where I'm going to have to leave you guys to kind of sink or swim, so to say. But I'll show you one or two things, but it applies universally. So if you see one or two, you'll kind of understand them all. So let's say that I get a new fan alert. I'll click the settings button on this. As you can see, there's an animated alert in there. You see this text over here says name. It's a variable setting for name, a variable command. It says name follow LS Vision Gaming, right? So if I come down here to emulate and I click a follower event or a fan event, which is what this represents, pops up, fade your follow LS Vision Gaming. That's everything that you see over here. As you see, follow LS Vision Gaming. We got the layout set up so that it will come inside. Let's press that again so you can see it one more time. You see the text is inside. This matches that same text over here that's in this box. This alert comes from this alert video. If you want to change the video, you would click set image or set video. It would bring you to a database where you can then make a submission. If you have something saved inside your computer, you would press upload, you would press drag and drop. Then you would go find that image or video wherever you have it located on your computer, put it in, upload it, then you can submit it. Obviously, I'm not finna change that right now. If you wanted to change some of the alignment of it, let's press it again. Let's press fan event. If I was to move this right here, you see how it changes when I move it. So it's just different ways for you to customize it. And then if you wanted to change something in regards to the text, you would slide down here, hit hit the text button, and this is where you can edit some text. So like, let's say we have red text in there. If I click this, let's change it lime green. So we do a fan event, and now instead we got lime green. Everything in the entire website organizes this way. So anything that you want to change, all you simply have to do is, let's go back out. You see where your layers are. You would click your layer. Whatever your layer is, your settings would come up. You would make a settings adjustment. So like for instance, right here, we have toss a coin to your Witcher whenever I get tipped. My variable settings is name, tip, currency amount. If you look over here, that's what this box represents because it's the donation box. So let's say that I wanted to change the settings and I decided to make this text red. You see I just changed red when I moved it? It's that same box right there. Everything operates this way. Now I'm going to show you something really cool. So let's say I decide to copy this URL, right? We go into our Elgato and we're going to put it in this last scene. So you hit the add button. Like I said, we would come back to this earlier. You hit the add button, add a website, copy and paste that link that we just put in. You put it up here and you drag it down. The coolest thing about this is it automatically resizes itself. On top of it automatically resizing itself, if you want to change anything inside of this, you simply make the change in your browser where you have that saved and you press save. So for instance, since I have Golly tip $50 in red, let's turn this one red and let's just press save. Boom, we press save, come over here and look, it's red now, you know? Let's say I want to change it another color. Let's change it to lime green or something silly like that. We save it and boom, it automatically matches. This is so much more convenient when it comes to changing anything within your stream, because rather than changing things and organizing them and realigning them, all you simply have to do is change whatever you want to change on this browser and then save it. So let's take a look at this. Go back to layers. I have a follower goal right here, but I have it hidden. So let's make it visible. I make it visible, I press save, and boom, it's on the screen. It says 295 because that's what my current count is, and this is going off of that. Granted, I'm going to delete it because it's not something I'm really going to use, but that's the same thing right there. Let's say I want to hide my event list. Let's go find the event list. The event list is up top. As I said, height of the list matches priority on the visibility. So if I was to drag this to the middle for whatever random reason, this would be on top. I'm not going to do that. But let's just say I put this over here, and let's say I want to hide this. I don't want this on anymore. I just take it, press save, and boom, it's gone. So it's really convenient. It can be really daunting. There's a lot of customization and settings, so I won't be as elaborate with this one as I was with my Streamlabs tutorial. But if you just look at things and think in a universal manner, you're gonna have to go through and put in things that you want. But as far as what the settings are for them, it's all consistent across the board. So let's say, for instance, with my alert box, I'll show this one last example, then I'll probably wrap this up. So with my supporter alert box, I have two alert boxes for this, and I'm gonna show you why. As you can see, this alert video, it looks a little more orangish than red, right? And you see this says variable name goes Super Saiyan for variable amount of months. So if I was to go down here and emulate my supporters, let's see what we get. You see Goku, Abby goes Super Saiyan for 29 months. That's the same thing as what we have over here, which is variable commands, right? Now up here, all you see is the animation. Let's open it up one more time so I can show it to you so you don't get lost in the sauce. If I click that one more time, you see the orange animation up here, right? But the cool thing is you can make two alert boxes. So if I make another alert box, let's go back to the layers. I have another alert box down here. Now in these settings, as you can see, alert, supporter, share, etc. All I did was made a second alert box, and I put the gifts in there so they can match up. So let's say we do a star event, which is like getting bits in Twitch or whatever stream currency there is. Let's do 1,000 stars. Amanda sent 1,000 stars. So right here, let's go to the star alert. Open that on up. So right here we have Broly, and I have variation settings down here because, as I said, everything is a list, everything is universal. So we have Broly in this GIF, but then I made variations so people don't get bored. Same exact settings, got them highlighted, and if I was to open it up, it looks exactly like the same list you just saw. I just put a different GIF in it. So I mean, this is really cool how you can set this up. The point of me doing this is so I can have the proper alignment where I got my GIFs and my alert aligned together. So if we click star event again, let's do tip event. Why not? Let's do tip event. Let's switch it up. Tip event. As you can see, I got some Witcher music that comes on. I got a Witcher GIF. I still have my alert notification with the proper information in it. So all you have to remember is you work from here. You simply come back here and you work from your layers tab. You do whatever customization you want. It's a lot of different options whenever you want to add something new. Let's say you wanted to add a new alert box. You would just come down here, click alert box. Here's the alert box right here. Now let's do an emote. You're gonna see two different ones, but let's do an emote. So this is the new alert box that I haven't customized. So you see the settings are based on this. And this is the old one that I have customized over here. If I wanted to hide that old one that you're used to seeing, I would just go down here, blank out this alert box, blank out this alert box. Let's do another follower emote. And as you see, it's still back there, but it's dimmed out because I don't have it visible. But if I was to put this one on top, and let's do this. If I put this on top and I press save, now we come back over here. We come back over here to where our other overlay is. Let's do another emote and see what happens. Follower event. And as you can see, now it's on the screen, it's on the same stream. So you see the different things that have been changed. You got the green letters up here because I butchered that. You got the new alerting because I butchered that. This is the asset rotator with the slideshow that I mentioned that I got it coming around on a certain time limit. So I'm not gonna go through and show you every single setting for every single alert, but what I'm showing you is that you put an alert box in and then you customize it. You would put in a different, let's say if you want to put a different label in. Let's say we wanted to do our latest follower. So let's put latest follower in. And now we have a box up here. So we would just put the settings on the box. So if we go back to layers, as I said, this is always, whatever you put in next, it always comes in right here. So we have layers, right? So if we highlight this, when we go down to settings, anything that I type in this box is gonna appear in this box. So let's say LSV tutorial. LSV tutorial. Let's just type it in all caps. LSV tutorial. Now we have that and it's sized up. If I want to change the position or the size of the box, I can simply drag it like this, or I can do some calculations with the up and down arrows right here, whichever one is your preference. If you press center the widget, you can move it to the center of the screen, then work from there. If I wanted to change the text settings, I would come down here. We could change the color by changing the color right here. We could change the size of the text by going right here. We could change the line height. We could make it scroll if we wanted it to scroll. So if I turn on scrolling, and then I change the numbers around, you see it starts scrolling. And if I want to put this on the screen, all I literally do is press save. And as you see, it goes over there. So it's going to be on you guys to find some of the functionality for the different alerts and different things you can use. But my point was to show you it's not as daunting as what you would think it is. So let's close all of this out. Or matter of fact, let me just show you my main one. This is how my stream normally looks when I'm actually streaming. So as you see, if I just pull this up, you got my banner down bottom, my event list is over here. You got Arrow Man up there, that was my last follower. You got my subscribers up here, my tips, all these different things I just showed you. This is just the original one. So if I was to close this down, let's go ahead and let's close this out. Let's go back. We're not going to save any of this because I'm going to delete that anyway. Let's go to the original overlay, the one that I actually use. So this is my actual overlay that I use. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna go on over here and let's just do some emotes and I can show you exactly how this works. So my overlay comes up. As you can see, the things that's on this browser matches that browser. Let's come over and come back to it. Let's just load it up one more time. Everything comes up. And then if I was to press an emote of some sort, as you can see, whatever comes on that browser also comes on my screen. So this is how my stream looks all the time. All you got to do is get past the appearance of it because it's really not that difficult. If I was to do, let's do another supporter event. Oh no, let's do a share event. Let's do a share event. I click that, I come over here, same thing on that screen. It's really just that simple. So with that being said, I'm pretty much gonna wrap this up. I hope it makes some form of sense. All you got to keep your mind focused on is the fact that you have a layer list over here. You have visibility. I'm sorry, I can't speak well today. You have visibility tabs over here. So if you want to change something, you can just take it out, take it out. I can have all this go invisible right now if I want to. I don't want to do that because I don't want to mess up my settings. But with that being said, that's pretty much how it works. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. So I tried to keep it brief, but the reality is it's harder to be detailed and short at the same time. So I'll definitely include some timestamps in the video so you don't get lost in the sauce. A small handful of universal rules to remember. Anytime you add something new from the plus box inside of the browser, it's going to go to the layer list. Whatever goes in the layer list, all you have to do is look at the bottom once you highlight it, and the settings are right there. You can pick to change text settings, animation settings, and position and size settings. And then also remember, once you copy the link into your Elgato game capture, you can leave that one link there all the time. At that point, whenever you make a change, you simply just have to save the browser inside of the StreamElements software. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. I hope you guys were able to follow the information. Didn't want the video to be 20 minutes, but hey, I'd rather you guys learn and feel like you actually obtained something versus just coming here and feeling like I'm just another video that's misleading you. So with that being said, we're gonna end this one. If you guys did enjoy it, please hit the like button for me, and of course hit subscribe. Until next time, it is your boy Louie. I'll catch you guys. Peace out. They tried to kill my wife. Ain't that how Denzel said it in American Gangster? He did like this when he tried to kill my